So Wes, can you believe that we're back to doing some racking and stacking? It's not a rack and stack because we're not doing three in a row, but we're doing two, and that's enough.
That's great. Yeah, we're doing. I mean, it's an official mini rack and stack. I
It
mean,
is. It
we've
is.
done two in a row. So
Yeah, that's I think good. I don't ever want to go back. Was it 4 or 5 we did once? All I remember.
yeah, I think we did five.
Yeah, all I remember is number four. I sort of didn't care. Unfortunately, I tried to pretend I did. So whoever that was, sorry. The fifth one, I'm not even sure I faked. I didn't care. It's like,
No, by number five, it was like weekend at Bernie's. You were
yeah,
just leaning up against the microphone, and
it was like, yeah, it was like this. Hey, guest, just say something. I'm doing
we had
private
Tracy
messaging,
moving
right?
your arms like a.
Yeah. And you're doing the private messenger to the guest. Hey, Randy's out. Just say something. It'd be brilliant for a
That's
minute.
right.
We got nothing left. But now, so this is a fun one. There's two in a row of industry. We had our good friend and to ourselves and our show and personally, and also with Gary, who's coming up in just a second here. Jared Ledford with America's. I got to get this right. I should know.
America builds better.
America Builds Better podcast, and he's also involved in a whole bunch of other stuff in the business. And we're going to be spending some time with him and Gary. I will be in about a month and a week or something, but in New York, PA. So let's. I don't know. I was thinking about this. I'd rather just sit and talk to you, but we got Gary on, and he's in Wisconsin, and he's trying to get his Starlink hooked up and go out on his boat, and yeah, it's all kind of a mess. So let's just go get Gary.
Yeah, let's go get Gary.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Gary, what's up, buddy?
Hey, if you want to keep talking to Wes, I can go hook up my Starlink.
Well, would you? I mean,
Yeah,
I thought
it's
that
got to get done. You got to find time. So
I thought in that
I'm out
I thought in
here.
that 3 minute bumper there, you might have got it done. I mean,
Yeah, no,
Mister.
I'm old. I don't do anything fast anymore.
Well, that's true. I mean, sometimes you don't do anything at all. That's what I've heard. But I mean, that
That's
was
what
Missy. So I mean, I'm not.
that's what I aspire to.
Yeah, and you do it well though. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's all that matters.
that's all that matters. So for anybody that's silly enough not to go, this is Gary Reichert, CEO and publisher of Shield Wall Media, and just like overall trade show magazine publishing magnet.
There you
Did I
go.
miss anything?
No, that's why paper clips stick to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, and father of Person Max, who's serving our country brilliantly, and we thank
And
him.
a dog Max that
And a
stars
dog
in
Max
books.
that stars in books. I do have a suggestion about the Max series, by the way.
Okay, go.
We need a Max at the show. We need I'll make a mascot walking around, at
You know
the
what?
shows.
Missy actually has a husky costume.
Oh, she does not.
Yeah, honest to goodness. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And she keeps talking about bringing it, and maybe we ought to make her.
I think we should. I think she needs to be in it, and she needs to
Well,
walk around the show.
we've been experimenting or thinking about, I don't know that we're to the point of actually experimenting yet, but with all kinds of weird things. Because one of the things that I had Kevin, my designer, working on is making a retractable banner that we can cut the face spaces out so that we
Hmm.
can have something with Max so that you can put your face through it and pose with the dog.
I like it. Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
huge. Kids would love it at the shows.
Yeah. And goofy stuff like that's just fun.
Oh, it is
But
fun.
it's,
I think
it's
it's a great idea. So, since you brought it up, I mean, let's get that book back up here and let's just tell everybody
yeah.
what the Max
Well, we've
series
got two.
is.
We've got Max Builds a Metal Roof, which just went into its second printing. The first one came out October 1st, and we've gone through the first entire print run of 5,000 books. And the new one that we released at the NFBA show a couple of months ago,
Hmm.
Max Builds a Pole Barn. And we are currently working on Max Builds a Barn Dominium, and we're
Love
probably a third of the way done.
it. Love it. It I don't want to get over complimentary because I don't want you to get a big head, but that is a brilliant idea. I love it. I love the whole concept. Uh, and you know what I love about it is it keeps it family oriented for the kids, and
Yep.
for people that don't know, it's basically a husky walking kids through
Well, it's
the
a
building
Malamute. It's
process,
not a
right?
husky. It's
Oh,
not a
excuse me.
husky. but there's a couple of things. One of the things
Value.
is the idea behind it is, well, we've got give or take 100,000 subscriptions across our magazines, and the people that do that do metal roofing, they build buildings, and the original thought was that it'd be a good idea for grandfathers and fathers to have something that they could read to their kids that show them what to do. The
Mm-hmm.
kind of the reason behind it is getting kids interested in the construction trades. But something that we did that is just kind of interesting is we pay attention to the small details. Like, for example, this is Max installing underlayment
Mm-hmm.
when he puts on the metal roof. And we made sure the underlayments run in the right direction so that if you're somebody that actually does metal roofing, you're not going to see 1,000 little things that are going to make you crazy every time you see it.
Uh,
But you're right. It's basically Max works hard all day, and then the last page of every book is Max doing something with his family. And the first one is fishing, the second one he's playing a board game, and we'll have him going back and enjoying family time with Maxine and the three pups whenever
I'm
he
sorry.
gets done with his workday. So
Uh, so in other words, the all-American family, work
yeah,
hard, come back home, spend time with the family.
yep,
I mean, how do you get more Americana than that, right?
you
And
don't. And
it,
but something that's really cool, and I can talk about the Max stuff all day,
right,
but we've got a couple of school districts and some homeschooling groups that are working at putting together lesson plans and unit plans for people to use these books in kindergarten and first grade for teaching purposes.
nice.
And the something that people should know about the book is we don't sell them. We're probably going to start selling some to people not in the industry in the fall, but right now we just give them away. So if you've got a school, if you've got a homeschooling group, if you've got kids or grandkids, and you want a book or two, reach out to me and we will get those sent out in the mail to you. And there's no charge for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that idea because we all know one of the toughest scenarios that we face in our industries that we both serve is labor, right? And
Yep.
having enough people and having quality people and people understanding this can be a career, not just a job. And it's great to be able to get these young kids interested because I love your original concept when you first told me about it. That the idea that the builder has this in hand. If he's coming out to build a pole barn and he's talking to mom and pop and the three kids
Yep.
that are running around, he can give them all a book and he can say, "Hey, here's what we're going to be doing. This is what mom and dad's going to be building." I just think it helps these further educate these young kids, these young boys going,
Sure.
"Wow, maybe I might want to be a pole barn builder someday. That's kind of cool. This guy was really cool, and
Yep.
I like what they're doing." So I love that. And there's some great marketing opportunities for people in the industry, right? Let's talk about that. Let's not let that go.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity for
Well,
for suppliers in the industry to sponsor the book, right? And to
yep. The
get
the way that we actually pay for the book is we have sponsorships. And essentially the sponsors buy the books pre-order before we print them at wholesale. Actually it'd be better than wholesale because the retail price for the book is going to be $12.95. And two levels of sponsorship. The $5,000 gets you 1,000 books, so that's $5 a book. So that's a pretty deep discount.
Mhm.
And what the sponsors do then is 1,000 books is a lot of books, but they give them away at trade shows. The books tend to come in a box of about 40 per box, and I've got one vendor that sent a box of 40 books to all of his dealers.
Hmm.
So it's something where it's a good way to make an impression and build relationships. It's kind of off balance sheet value because it's something where you get an opportunity to interact with people on a personal level, as
Right,
opposed to you're going to buy 500 widgets and they're $200 a piece. So that means
right,
you owe me this. Yeah.
right. Right. It does. It takes it to a grassroots level, which I think is what our industry is all about, number one.
Yep.
And I love that. And, it's funny, you and I talk about a lot. You and Jared talk about a lot. We just had Jared on and we were talking about it a lot. The world of AI and the world of virtual and social media and all that stuff we all know works and has to be, and we got to do it. But what I love about this is that this takes us back to the other side of that just a little bit. This is very grassroots. Here's a
Sure.
very colorful book that little Tommy can read tonight with his mom and dad before the metal roofing guys show up tomorrow, right?
Uh,
I mean, I,
and
I I love that.
and I think a problem with the way people view AI is I think they should look at it as augmenting things instead
Hmm.
of replacing things. Because AI is supposed to make things faster, make things easier. It's not supposed to make the real world stuff go away.
Right.
So,
Exactly. I agree. I
I
agree.
mean,
We go ahead.
no, it's just that's a mistake. I mean, like, because like in your hybrid philosophy for sales, the virtual side of things exists and you need to exploit it, but it sure as heck isn't a complete substitution for actually sitting down and talking with people or getting on the phone with people.
Absolutely, never. And that's the beauty of that whole thing is it never is. It's an augmentation, right? It's not
Yep.
an instead of. It's an addition to, an important addition to. Uh, but people want to. Again, to steal a great friend of ours, Ben Gay the third. People want to know, like, trust, and feel safe with people, right?
Sure.
What better way to do that? You get to do 3 or 4 a day if you're out and about physically.
Yep.
Still important. You can do that to thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. Big influencers, millions a day.
Sure.
But an important thing there that always gets talked about, and I think and it should get talked about more. You better be you, though,
Yep.
right? There can't be if whoever you. I can tell you right now because you and I have been friends for a long time. This is Gary and Randy.
Yeah.
If we were
We talk
setting
this way in over a beer, just
exactly,
like we do here. Yeah.
exactly, there's no difference, and I think that's hugely key. You don't. I guess you could. Big mistake to develop some kind of a online social media virtual persona that's all sort of like professional and all this stuff, and then you show up and you're none of the above, right? uh,
Thank you for calling me not professional. I appreciate that.
no, I just called you highly wonderful.
Oh,
What
there
did I
you
make
go.
that? I just made
Yeah,
that up. You
I'll
caught me
take
off
that.
guard.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
take that for an
but
answer.
but what I'm trying to say is, I'm sitting here in my office at home. You're sitting at home in your kitchen. We're not doing stages and massive sets, and there was no guy with that little clipper thing. We got Wes, but I guess he's got a clipper thing probably. Maybe we should start the show with that. I think Wes, that'd be a good thing. I think it'd be kind of cool. But I mean, my point is that some of the best, and Jared and I were just talking about a few minutes ago. At your show in York,
Yep.
be involved with the show. Don't just be at the show, right? And if you're
Sure.
involved in the show, all you need to do is walk up to Gary and say, "Hey, Gary, I'm Billy Bob, the pole barn builder from Northeast Maine, and I know you're head of Shield. Well, could we chat for a minute and a half about your show?" Boom, yes, him, the phone, and you, right?
Well,
That's all you need.
and it doesn't need to be the show. It can be anywhere because I'm actually dim in several ways, and one of them is my cell phone number is actually all over the inside of the magazines that we publish.
Hmm.
So is my email. So I mean, I'll get phone calls from people wanting to either give praise or complain about an article, wanting to cancel or get a magazine subscription. And I'll be driving down the road between appointments, and I'll pick up the phone, and it's me.
Yep, I like it. I mean, that's the way this. I think that's the way all business should be, but that's certainly the way this our industries that we
Yep.
serve are. So let's talk about. I mean, since we're going to be together shortly, and it is shortly now,
Yep. It's coming up a couple
in
weeks.
in beautiful York, PA. I say
Yeah.
beautiful. I've never been there, so tell me about York. Tell me about the show. Tell me what
Well,
everybody. Let's do the Gary show here for a minute. What's everybody need
okay.
to know about the upcoming show?
Well, it's post frame builder show. We have expanded it to include different types of construction. So it also includes metal buildings, stick built, all kinds of things. So it's kind of an all encompassing low rise construction show. Includes, excuse me, things with metal forming as well. The big thing is it is a small show, and it's a small show attendance wise relatively by design. The whole point is you mentioned about interacting and participating at the shows, and we're very cautious to make sure that we have that attendees and exhibitors and presenters get quality time together. Because at most shows, at bigger shows, there's so many people that if you're going there to do business or to learn something or to research something and actually try to make a difference in what you do, you end up standing in line behind a half a dozen people that aren't even suspects, let alone prospects, or ready to actually conduct business. And we try to weed those out so that the people that you want to talk to and that want to talk to you, you can actually have time to get together with. So it's not the usual trade show. Give me a business card, I'll follow up with you next week. It's something where it's actually designed structurally so that you can network with the people that you need to get to and actually conduct business at the show.
Hey friends, it's Randy here, the owner of Source One Marketing, ibuyfromrandy.com. And I got to tell you, we are proud to sponsor the Building Wins Live podcast and vlogcast. We have 4+ decades in this beautiful industry of supplying materials, supplying services, supplying marketing assistance, and we just are proud to sponsor Building Wins Live and some great guests that we have every single week, many of them from our beloved industry and many of them from outside the industry that still bring some incredible content. So make sure to check us out at ibuyfromrandy.com and let us know what you think about this show. For now, thanks for checking this out. Let's get back to the show. Love it. That, yeah, you always do a great job with that, and something that's memorable, because Jared and I talked about it, and maybe this is because we love food, but you have great food. You have great food. Oh,
Yeah, we kind of do that. And it's
yeah.
a little bit over the top. And the nice thing about it is getting into our shows is relatively inexpensive and or free, because all of our exhibitors get unlimited free guest passes. And if you pay $50 to get in, you're getting more than $50 worth of food.
Yes.
So it's something where basically you go buy lunch, and the really cool thing is we donate all the money from the attendance to charity.
Yes.
So come donate to charity and have late lunch on Wednesday on us.
There you go. And I'm glad you brought that up because I am, because we have known each other so well for so long, but I'm acutely aware of some place, so I can tell people. I won't say what, where, who, what, or anything, unless you want to. But I'm very aware of a place that has had a disaster that you stepped up and donated money.
Well,
So
we've done that to a couple of places. We actually, I know the one you're talking about, but the one that actually I think we made the most difference was for the people that were hit by Hurricane Helene. We actually, one of the things that we try to look for whenever we donate money is try to find places where we could actually make a difference rather than giving it to the Red Cross or giving it to whatever. Nice thing about being in the construction industry is we know a lot of people that build things. People that build things tend to be involved whenever there is a problem. We helped somebody that will keep it anonymous, and I asked him to keep our participation anonymous as well. But we ended up helping get tiny houses built for somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 to 150 people.
wow.
Because they were living in tents and nobody was stepping up to help. And this gentleman, I'll mention, the guy's named Sam Byler with the Shed Haulers Brotherhood, really stepped up and just invested crazily of his own money and time and resources and everything else, and did a heck of a job. And the nice thing in our industry is we've got a lot of really down to earth, hardworking people that are the kind of people that whenever something happens, you can count on a lot of them to step up and do the right thing. So least we can do, we try to help a little bit here and there when we can.
Yep. And you do. So I wanted to point that out because I wanted you to get, which you would have never asked for, but I wanted you to get the credit that was due for that because a lot of people can say, oh yeah, if you buy these tickets and we donate it, but I can tell you for a fact, I know that
Well,
you
the
do.
one that you're talking about, we donated to the local chamber of commerce that was trying to rebuild after a flood.
Yep.
And we also there's an organization called Team Rubicon that is ex-military that goes in. They, like, for example, they went into the when the fires hit Hawaii. They went in while the ground was still hot,
Mm.
and we donated to them. And what we try to find specific groups that actually where, because I mean, in the grand scope of things, I mean, we donate a lot for us, but to the Red Cross or the United Way or something like that, it's pocket change, it's a rounding
Hmm.
error.
Right.
But for somebody that is loading their truckload up with water going into Hurricane Helene, that little bit of money is the difference in between them being able to actually do something and getting stuck.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. You know, and you'd mentioned, so that's good. So if you need to pay, you got to pay. You just want to pay because you just want to, because you know it's going to charity. Please feel free, obviously. But as you'd mentioned, every supplier has unlimited passes. So
Yep.
all you got to do is get a hold of any of us suppliers that are there. And if you can't find anybody, I'll call Randy. I'll probably vouch for you,
Well,
get you a ticket. So
and if you go to our website, or if you go to the show website is postframebuildershow.com. You can see all the exhibitors.
mhm.
So just dial one up and talk about passes.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go. So the show is like we talked about, is June 11 and 12. Is it are we
10th and
expanded the show a
11th.
little, or
10th and
10? Did I
11th.
say 11, 12? Yeah, 10, 11. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'll come in on the ninth just
You were
because
just
I'll.
trying to make them there after the meal so that you had more.
Okay, well, you
Because
didn't
if
need to
they came
expose.
the 11th, that's the half day. We don't
Yeah,
have
you didn't need.
we only have a continental breakfast that day. So
Man, yeah, you caught me. I did. Uh, but it is a good meal. It's that good. Anyway, and it's at the, tell us where it's at in New York, and there's hotels still available. You can go on the website and
it's
get
at
all
the
that stuff, right?
it's at the convention center.
Yep.
Hotels are still available. Nice thing about the convention center's got plenty of parking, so the hotels aren't actually attached, but they're within give or take about a mile.
Hmm.
So there's free parking on site in the York Fairgrounds. So it's not that big of a deal to get from one to the other. Trying to think what else.
Show hours. Let's
Just
talk about show hours. What's the show hours this year?
uh, show hours are good question. I believe they're 11 to 5:30 on Wednesday, and then 10 to 3, I think, on Thursday.
Okay,
And I apologize. Actually, I'm
that's right.
not. I mean that. The nice thing about having Missy do things is I make her handle the details. So
Hmm.
I don't.
Well,
I that's not. I'm checked out of that for the most part.
yeah,
So for the
that
show stuff,
sounds
it's
right.
mostly big picture stuff. Yeah.
Yep. But they'll find it. It's on the website. Go to the website,
Yep.
register, sign up, get in.
And the
Plenty of time, but not really.
and the classes start earlier. The classes start at 9 o'clock on
Okay,
Wednesday morning.
perfect. So the classes will be
And
done prior to the
yep,
show.
yep. And you actually get to host a panel discussion.
I tell you what, sooner or later I'm going to screw that up so bad you don't invite me. But so far, I guess I've
No,
done all
we'll just
right.
laugh at you and invite you back, and we'll count that as entertainment.
Well, that's true too. That's fine. No extra charge for that, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a barndominium panel, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yep. About Barndos. So
I
kind of
love it.
the flavor of the month hot topic in the industry. So
Yep. We'll have some good pros and some good questions, and
yep,
we've done several of these together, both the Roll Former and the Post Frame Builder Show, and
yep,
and not what I enjoy about it is there's always a good panel of real true experts from the industry and a cross
sure.
section. So we get most of the questions answered. I know sometimes we'll hopefully have a few written in questions maybe that come in prior to the show, but
Yep.
I would encourage anybody that comes, bring your questions, because this is a if you got a question, just raise your hand, and we'll get your question answered, right?
Yeah. And if anybody would like to submit questions early and they don't know where else to do it, send them to me and I'll get them to the right people.
There you go. I
And it's
love
just
it.
Gary@shieldwallmedia.com.
That's almost easy, and we know you answered because you already said you do. So
Yeah.
you'll hear
Yep.
back from Gary himself.
There you
So
go.
Well, good. That's all I got, man. I mean, it's just exciting. It's always a pleasure to be involved with you, my man, and to be at the shows and enjoy the camaraderie and meet new people and learn stuff. And like you said, do some business. And that's one of the beauties of it is we can go there and do some business with people. So
Well,
that's a
and
good
you're going
thing
to be
too.
at Gatlinburg too, right?
I'm going to be at Gatlinburg. Now, I've never been to Gatlinburg, so I got a story about that real quick. But yes,
Okay.
at Gatlinburg, Tennessee, in September, right? We're going to have the
Yep.
roll
For
forming
the
show.
construction roll forming show. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be fun too. Yep. So Gatlinburg, never been there in my life.
Okay.
I kind of get into TikTok lately, and
Okay.
I've been watching this guy. I can't think of the name of his channel. I'd give him a shout out, but it's a guy named Jeff with Everything Auto, and he does
Okay.
this, films himself, him and his wife, and they got 3, 4 trucks. Gatlinburg is terrible for parking in certain areas.
Yep.
I mean, you don't want to park in the CVS parking lot and go anywhere if you're not in CVS or you'll get towed, right? So, warning to anybody coming to town. But
The show hotels that we've got though
they're
are
good.
pretty much adjacent to the convention center, and they've got free parking.
Perfect. See, there you go. Well, this guy either gets called up by CVS because somebody there for a festival and they parked all day in the employee parking lot, right? And so he's always filming these things and all the interactions, which you can imagine get pretty feisty at times because you just got to pay $300
Sure.
to get your car back, and nobody's happy. But I love it where he goes, well, because he videos everything, right? They go, there was no signs there. And he shows the video. You mean the 12 signs that are 4x4 that your car was parked right in front of? You mean that sign you didn't see? Uh, so and he never answered me back, which is fine. If you're watching this, Jeff, that's not nice. But I sent him a private messenger on TikTok a while back. Says, hey, I love your show. I love your video. It's just fun to watch. I said, I'm coming to Gatlinburg in Tennessee, or in September, and I'm probably coming in a rental car. And I said, I think I'm going to park in the CVS parking lot just so I can get towed, just so you and I can do a show together. And I don't know why I thought that was fun or funny or be fun to do, but it would almost be worth the $200 to get my car back just to, do that back and forth with him, like.
It's a
Um,
marketing expense.
exactly. Oh, yeah, I'll write it off.
Yeah.
But anyways, I've never been to Gatlinburg, and I'm excited about going. I've heard everything good about it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun place. The one thing that was interesting, I was down there 2 months ago, just finalizing hotel
Mm-hmm.
arrangements and things. And one of the things that you should be warned is do not leave food in your car. They
Mm.
have bears everywhere.
Oh, really?
And oh yeah, I mean all the hotels will say don't do that. And if search YouTube for Bears Gatlinburg,
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, oh yeah, they'll there's times where they've got videos of them like walking right into the candy store and taking stuff.
Oh my, that's
So
wild.
but Gatlinburg's a fun town. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of shows, there's a lot of things to do. So it's a good place to come and do business for a couple of days. And if you can spend the weekend with your family, enjoy it a little bit.
Yeah, even better. Perfect. All right, Gary. Thanks for your time. We'll see you shortly in beautiful York, PA.
Yep, that
And
sounds good.
all right, thank you, my man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, always. Cheers. All right, folks. Don't miss the show, the Post Frame Builder Show. I'll be there all week. I actually get in there Tuesday evening. So if you're in town, give me a shout. But let's make sure we catch up sometime during the show. And man, you're gonna love it. It's always a good time and always a great learning experience and a networking experience and just an experience in general. So, anyways, until next time, remember, live it, love it, own it. Love what you do and do what you love. And hey, while you're at it, go make today your best day ever. Till tomorrow. Cheers, my friends.